Guardians of Christ's Kingdom here on Earth. Welcome back to Most Kingdoms. Guardian Most back online. So we're discussing a very pressing matter today involving the grooming gang scandals. I'm sure most of you have caught up to the news most recently. The Labour Party, they're refusing to hold an inquiry. In fact, they blocked a grooming gang inquiry for 5 areas, including Rotherham, where these grooming gangs were involved. I'm sure some of you have. If you haven't, well, take a look at videos on Twitter X, and even Paul Thorpe's done a video on this. British Stand as well, covering the hearing um, that Katie Lam, a very brave Tory MP, was addressing to the Parliament of a particular story of a 13. I think she was 13 years old. She was sexually assaulted and by one of these grooming gang individuals in the most horrible graphic fashion. I mean, the details that were in that story were just gut wrenching, and um, there were some moments in the speech that she made where her voice was quite obviously cracking because she couldn't bring herself to describe such harrowing details. And the most disgusting part is the body language shown by a handful of Labour MPs, and including that disgusting lady Jess Thick Lips, right, fiddling with her papers as if she's like, well, let's just get this over and done with as quickly as possible. Then there's a gentleman next to her smiling and smirking to himself when he was hearing about those most embarrassing, disgusting details. The lady on her left with the glasses, her body language, crossing her arms, frowning as if she just simply didn't want to be there to listen to Katie Lam address the Parliament. And this is the truth about the Labour Party. We all know why they've blocked the inquiry. It's no conspiracy theory. It's because more than a handful of their MPs were involved in this whole scandal, and they're trying their best to cover their tracks and to allow the general public to just simply forget about this, leave it in the past, and we'll all just move on and pretend this all, never happened, and we'll be all fine and dandy. Well, no, we have to hold these treacherous politicians to account. They have blood on their hands, and they have to be held responsible for neglecting the lives of innocent girls who have been treated like dirt, sexually assaulted, tossed to the wayside by people who don't even belong here in the first place. People whose values, their customs, their culture, their way of seeing the world just simply isn't commensurate with the way we see it in this country. They should be deported, detained, deported, taken out of the country, never to return back again. That is the truth. And none of our politicians, none of our political parties, including Reform, are willing to do this, are willing to nip it in the bud and get behind mass deportations and tackle the real problem behind radical Islam. And instead, do you know what the Labour Party dedicate their time and energy on? They focus on hurty words online. I mean, all of you, most of you should have known about Lucy O'Connor. Yeah, she's jailed for 3 years. She can't see her son. Why? Because she made a post about burning hotels housing illegal migrants out of frustration after the riots happened, after the Southport incident, sorry. And she later deleted the post and apologised online, but publicly. But, I guess the Labour Party just had an axe to grind against her. It seems like hurty words have to be targeted these days. They're arresting Christians. They're arresting people for praying in front of abortion clinics. Keir Starmer is most obsessed with this adolescent show on Netflix, right? Featuring, it's a fictional story, really. At the end of the day, I mean, they've got such an axe to grind against young white boys for committing atrocities, homicides, knife crime incidents, all sorts of crimes, and the root of the problem really is toxic masculinity and online influence from people like Andrew Tate. I mean, that's the real root of the problem, isn't it? And obviously, we'll just brush issues like the grooming gang scandal under the carpet and forget that issues like this exist. And I'm still gonna continue banging on the drum about that, about how empty the chamber is. None of these politicians care, do they? None of them want to get to the bottom of it. I mean, where is Nigel Farage in all of this? He promised us he'd hold an inquiry in January. Then come April, he backs down. He says reform can't hold an effective inquiry because we simply don't have the statutory powers. Come on, guys. We are talking about ethics. We're talking about morals. We're talking about delivering justice for these innocent girls. Rupert Lowe is the only brave one coming forward to hold an inquiry, and none of you are supporting him. None of you want to get behind this. Instead of you're too busy, you're too obsessed and focused on lining your pockets with our taxpayers' hard-earned taxpayer money and furthering your own self-interest. Absolute cowards who are supposed to be running our country. Right. Good job on that. I'm sorry for ranting on about this, but it just frustrates me more and more the way this government is run. I'm sure a lot of you are angry and frustrated. This is going to lead to civil war if we don't get to the bottom of this. Now again, incredibly hats off to that brave Tory MP Katie Lam for coming forward and speaking the truth about all of this, exposing the lies that the Labour Party are making to us and trying to gaslight the general public. But what a shame she's part of the wrong political party. Let me know what you think down in the comments below and start a conversation. I'd really be interested to see what you guys think. I'll see you in the next video. Guy Mo's clocking out. Have a good rest of your day.